Day 431 of the Ukrainian War Map, also known as the Russo-Ukrainian War. Juzzy here, and today is another update as I take a simplified and down-to-earth approach to some of the most important happenings on the ground in Ukraine. And starting off, we'll take a quick look at those Russian losses, as currently Russia is sitting on 190,000, bit of a milestone there, and 510 military personnel losses. Then when we take a look at the Russian hardware losses, 2 tanks, 5 APVs, 6 artillery, and 1 air defense system. And then we'll move back across to the map, and just for fun, today we'll start out in the Russian Oblast of Voronezh. Just a bit northeast of the Donbass there, here we go. As a local bridge started to demilitarize the Russian army. But really, we'll move into the real Ukrainian map today, as Russia performed some shelling near downtown Kupiansk. Now, this does happen from time to time, not every single day, but now this is, a case of no casualties were reported, but pretty annoying when they do that, and specifically this is in the Kharkiv Oblast, right next to the Donbass, or specifically the Luhansk Oblast. Then moving down more specifically in the Donbass to Bakhmut once again, as Ukraine is holding onto the last fragments of the town to the west. So we'll zoom right in there to see. Here we go, some settlements, quite a few there to be captured by the Russian forces still. But it's actually not all sunshine and rainbows for the Russian forces either, specifically the Wagner forces, as the Wagner PMC boss Prigozhin recorded a video to express his extreme discontent recently regarding receiving insufficient munitions, such as artillery shells, in order to continue his PMC's involvement in Bakhmut. And they're really more centrally located, whereas these days we have the Russian forces to the north and south there instead. And I mean, literally, he actually said he will be forced with 2 options, so either withdraw or die. Interestingly, he also said recently that Russia is not prepared to repel attacks. Bit of a double negative there, so put simply, Russia's not setting up defenses as they should be for an upcoming Ukrainian counteroffensive. Oh, and also for the Bakhmut region, so Putin, Uncle Put, has ordered that his forces must take Bakhmut by the 8th of May, which is just one day before Russia's annual May 9th military victory parade day. And he's also threatened his generals, numerous generals, of the dire consequences if it's not captured. So you can really start to get a feel for just how political the taking of Bakhmut for Russia is really. Oh, and for the parades, upcoming parades, I do wonder if Russia has a lot of free and available military vehicles for the parade. Because just last year, it was said that Russia kept driving the same vehicles around the block to make it look like there was lots of them, effectively. But can they even pull that off this year? Well, stay tuned in about 9 days for that one, because there will surely be some comical events happening there. Then just momentarily, we'll move down the Donbass to Marinka, the other front line, more to the south there, as Russia's, lost my place on the map, it's flying everywhere, as a Russian T-72 tank and a BMP-3 were abandoned and destroyed in the vicinity of Marinka. So always good to see. They're not making too much in the way of gains in that area there. Then moving in the south direction, so perhaps the biggest news in the last day or so. So Ukraine hit a large oil depot in Sevastopol. So right over there on the peninsula at the very edge. And Russia couldn't deny it, obviously, plumes of smoke, so they tried to put a positive or a Russian positive spin on it instead, saying Russia shot down 4 out of 6 Ukrainian drones. But whether that's true or not, does it really make a difference when Ukraine hit its target successfully? And it's actually quite apocalyptic looking. Take a look at that. Now, not every single oil silo was hit, but they are all interconnected silos, likely causing the whole facility to be a write-off. Then we'll move across to the news for today, and maybe we'll start off with a bit of a training update. So for instance here, we have a column of German-supplied Marder IFVs, so infantry fighting vehicles, practicing Dragon's Teeth crossings or Cope Cones crossings maneuvers at a training ground. And it appears the training went well, with the replica Russian Cope Cones easily being destroyed and moved off to the side in the process. Then in some other news, Zelensky, president of Ukraine, has recently announced there won't be a delay in the Ukrainian counteroffensive, despite the lack of NATO jets such as F-16s. He also said it would help a lot to have these, but Ukraine won't delay for this reason. Now, to be honest, it could be a psyop, as they call it, to really get Russia to bunker down and waste numerous resources in the process. And I'm reminded of Russia thinking back in September time last year, when Ukraine pretty much said there would be a Kherson counteroffensive, but they did a Kharkiv counteroffensive instead. And personally, it's one of my top 3 favorite memes I've ever created for the channel, and I hope you guys liked it too. Then we'll move across to a quick funny to round it off with today, guys. It's a bit of a shorter video still, so Uncle Poot has basically ordered for the creation of a museum that is in part dedicated to the special military operation. Now, I really don't want to get into some lowbrow humor here, but I mean, what are they going to put up in that place? The porcelain god or washing machines? And I'm still laughing on how Russia seems pretty insistent on still not calling this a war. So thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a comment, subscribe, hit that like button, and yeah, I do hope to see all of you guys there in the next one. Cheers.